What's up everybody? It's been a little while since my last video. Kind of been pretty occupied with some living situation stuff, which I'll probably end up sharing with you guys on the channel. But today I'm going to be harvesting some thyme and some arugula seeds that I was growing in my garden, and I figured why not show the channel. So I'm headed down to the garden right now. I got a jar for the arugula seeds and a bag for the thyme, and then we're gonna tie the thyme up in a bundle and hang it and separate the arugula seeds from the pods, and I'm gonna just document the experience. So I'll see you guys down at the garden. All right, down at the garden. This here is my thyme plant, and this is what we're gonna start off harvesting. So these plants are perennials, which means if the roots stay intact, it'll come back next year. And that's why I'm harvesting this right now, is because it's getting pretty tall and starting to get pretty woody, and I don't want it to die off, and I want to see if I can preserve it for next year. So to harvest it, this is actually a bundle of a bunch of different plants, and I've harvested thyme before at my old farm job, but never my own plant. So I guess I'm just gonna come down in and grab some bundles of it. Something like this. And just start loading it up into the bag. Thyme is weird because it has this almost like menthol feel to it. Like when you grab a bundle of thyme, it's almost like it cools your hands down in this weird way. Not to mention the smell of this stuff and the flavor of it, which is phenomenal. I like to use it on steak. So yeah, I guess this is easier than I thought it would be. Just coming in, cutting the bundles. I grew this stuff from little tiny baby seeds, and now it's a big bushel. It's so cool. Nice and woody. That's a lot of thyme. I wasn't expecting to get this much. And I'm excited to see what happens to the plant after collecting this bundle right here. Is it gonna die? Is it gonna start growing new shoots immediately? But there it is. There is our bundle of thyme. That's what we're gonna bring up and hang up. But before we do that, I am going to, oh yeah, and this is what the plant looks like now. Hopefully all that can grow back. I'll probably bring the pot in for the year, keep it by a window or something like that. But over here is my arugula right here, and you can see lining up the length of the stems are all these pods, all these little pods, and that's what the seeds are in. And I'm gonna go through, collect the pods and put them in a jar, and then we're gonna separate them back up at my house where it's cool and comfortable. But yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so I got my jar, and all I'm really gonna do, once again, this is something I've never done. I wonder what would be the best way to do this. If I can just, because I don't want to lose seeds, because they are starting to crack open. Maybe I should, yeah, maybe, hold on. Maybe I could do it like this. Come in and harvest a whole branch like that. Stuff it right in the jar. I'm not gonna get all this because I don't need that much arugula seeds. but I'm gonna come in and get these main tops right here, which are starting to pop. And this I can cram into this jar here, and you can see, I mean maybe not, you can see down at the bottom there's seeds lining that. But yeah, I'm just gonna go through and cram this full of some seed pod branches, and then we're gonna head up to the house and get it separated and get that thyme hung up. Alright, so this is what I got going on. As you can see, there's shitloads of seeds already falling out down at the bottom. But we're gonna separate those seeds from these pods here and get them into a bag or out in a little bowl to dry. But you can see there is still shitloads of arugula. I'm pretty sure I grew 6 plants, well 6 holes, and each one has like 2 to 3 plants. Holy shit, that whole one came undone. But yeah, the arugula is fully grown, and there's still tons of seed pods all through it. But like I said, I don't need that much arugula. But yeah, we got our seed pods. Oh, and I also wanted to check real quick, because we also got cilantro and kale growing right here, and the kale is just starting to bolt and produce little flowers on it, and I bet you will be able to get seeds from this. And also the thyme, oh shit, the cilantro, I mean, right here. Are those seeds ready? No way, bro. All right, so I guess we're gonna go through real quick, grab a little jar, and also harvest some cilantro seeds, because those look ready as all hell could be. But yeah, I'm gonna grab a jar real quick over in my little dump pile. Maybe even a little pot. Okay, here we go, cool. Could probably use, probably just use this thing right here. But yeah, I'm gonna get some cilantro seeds real quick. Didn't even realize that those were ready. Greetings from below the canopy. But this is the thing I'm gonna use to collect the cilantro seeds. And like I said, I didn't even know I was gonna be harvesting these seeds, but looking at them now, they look dry as hell. So I think I'm just gonna cut off these bundles right here with the pods at the end of it and throw them right into the jar. Oops. I think I gotta be careful too, because they blow off pretty easy. Looking good. Another little bundle down there. They're still growing too. They're still producing tons of seeds all over them. It only looks like a few have finished, really. Yeah. No. That's got some seeds right there. Grab those. I guess they don't fall off too easy. Oh, a little bit down there. Any more? Some of those still look green, but that one looks all set. Right there. Pluck that off. Make sure I'm not missing any. See some right there. See right there. And I think that's just about it. We got these right here, which are still growing. They still got big green bulbs all over them. Those are just growing the seeds. But yeah, that's our cilantro harvest right there. We'll get the seeds plucked right off those relatively easily. That's it, I think. I think that's it. Yeah. Got my thyme, got my arugula, got my cilantro. And like I said, this stuff, the kale, is probably on its way to seeding as well. So I'll probably not get a video of that, but I'll be able to get seeds from it. But yeah, I'm gonna head up to the house now and start processing that stuff we just harvested. See you there. All right, so for the arugula seeds, I think what I'm gonna do is something like this and try to just get as much of those seeds come down through there as I can. That's a lot of seeds. And then just shake it around like that. The strainer is a little too small for the seeds. That seems to be slowly working. I mean, that's quite a bit of seeds right there. Just from doing that, that's how much arugula seeds I've got. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do to get the arugula seeds out. It's probably something like that. And these will be pretty easy. I'll get to it eventually, but just plucking those off and putting them in a little bowl to dry out, and then we'll move on to the thyme. So for the cilantro, which this seems pretty easy enough, I'm just kind of finger busting it, and the seeds on the tops are falling right off. Try to get all of them. Get all the stems out. Got some in there. There we go. I think that's about it right there. There's our cilantro seeds. On the table. And for our seeds, that's what it's looking like right there. We got our arugula seeds and our cilantro seeds, all homegrown. Now we're gonna leave these out for like 2 weeks to dry, and then they can be stored in a little container in a cool and dark environment to grow next season. Now let's get that thyme bundled and tied up. So for the thyme, I think what I'm gonna do is just lay it out here on a paper towel. Something like that. And then I'm going to, I'll probably arrange like 3 bundles, maybe. Depending on how big they look to be. Like that. Man, the smell right now is incredible. If you know, you know. Those little tiny ended ones. Like that, that, and then that. Maybe something like that. Probably take a little out of this one, put it into that one. Now I'm gonna take this twine here, cut a nice little piece, probably like a little over 15 inches or so, something like that. Make sure they're all lined up so stuff doesn't fall out. Bundle it up, lay the string down, and tie it off. Pretty tight too, just to make sure nothing falls out. There you go. One bundle. Some little pieces falling out too. We'll try to trap them in the mass of this next bundle here. Making sure everything's around the same height where it's going to be tied. Same deal. Grab the bundle, lay the string under it. Pull it over. And tighten. I mean, I'm probably cutting these a little long. They don't need to be that long, but it's whatever. One more. Cut this one a little shorter. All that length even at the bottom. One more little piece. Oops, lost a little bit there. Tighten her up. Boom. There we go. Nice, easy hanging bundle. Now, let's go hang it up. All right, so from there, I just came up and hung it up in my room. It's air conditioned in here, relatively dark, not direct sunlight, you know. And I'm gonna leave it here for probably the next 2 weeks to air dry and eventually cure and be able to really lock in that smell and flavor of the thyme, rather than doing what some people do, which is throw this stuff in the oven or a dehumidifier and just vape those essential oils right off. But yeah, it's really that simple. Just tie up some bundles and hang them up for a couple weeks in a cool, kind of dark environment, and you'll be all good. But thank you guys for watching, harvesting cilantro, arugula, and thyme, and I'll see you guys later.